Hello friends, a very good morning to everyone. Welcome to our new session. Today we are going to discuss about subsidiary book. Let's start. In a business house, originally all transactions used to be recorded in one book. Which one is called? Journal. But with increase in the size of business unit and volume of transaction, journal becomes too bulky and it is very difficult to maintain. Because of this, journal is divided into various special journals. Let's know more reasons for subdivided of journals. More reasons for subdivided of journal. First one is difficult to maintain. Second is our division of work is not possible. Next one is delay in collecting the information. Next is committing errors. And last one is laborious and time consuming. Let's discuss one by one. First is our difficult to maintain. If all transactions are recorded in one book, then it is very difficult to maintain. Next one is our division of work is not possible. Exactly here division of work is not possible because if one person would able to handle a book at one time, then it is here division of work is not possible. Next is our delay in collecting the information. If we maintain all the transactions in one book, in this case we are unable or delay in collecting the information. For example, if we know the cash purchase and credit purchase during the year, in this case we will fail to know this information. So we can say delay in collecting the information. Next is our committing errors. It means journals are recorded in one book and it maintained by one person. So in this case there are many more chances to occur committing of errors. And last one is our laborious and time consuming. The process of recording journal and posting them into ledger, no doubt this process is very laborious and time consuming. For this reason journal is subdivided, and the subdivided journal is divided into various special book. This is known as subsidiary book. Subsidiary book is also known as book of primary entry. Subsidiary book is also known as book of primary entry or book of original entry. it is called book of primary entry or book of original entry, because in this case, in subsidiary book, there is no need to prepare or posting journal. Directly we can post the transaction into their respective books or special books. That's why we can say, or we known as or called, subsidiary book is a book of primary entry or book of original entry. Let's know the subdivided chart of journal. Journal is divided into two categories. One is journal and another one is special journal. Special journal again divided into three categories. First one is our cash journal, or we can say cash book. Next is our goods journal, or we can say goods book. Next is our last one is bill journal or bill book. First, here we discuss about these two, and later we will discuss about cash book. Here, goods journal is again divided into four categories. First one is our purchase book. Second is our sales book. Next, purchase return book. And last one is our sales return book. And next is our bill journal. Here two things are arise. Either we pay the bill or we receive the bill. So first one is bills receivable book, or next one is bills payable. Let's now discuss one by one book. When a firm has similar number of transactions, then these transactions are recorded in the particular books. So now we discuss one by one. First is our purchase book. Purchase book is a subsidiary book which is used to record credit purchase of goods. Here this book is used to record credit purchase of goods. Here two things are does not record. Let's know these two things. Does not record. In purchase book, two things are does not record. First one is cash purchase of goods. First one is cash purchase of goods, and next is our purchase of any other assets. Purchase of any other assets. It means in cash book there is no record in cash purchase of goods. Directly cash purchase of goods are recorded in cash book. And the purchase of any other assets. Here other assets means our fixed assets like plant and machinery, next is our building, etc. These items means the purchase of fixed assets or other assets are recorded in journal proper. Later we discuss about these two things. Next, know the format of purchase book. Format of purchase book. It is very simple, like our account. First column is date, next is our invoice number, next is particular, LF, detail, amount. First is date column, next column is our invoice number, third column is particular, and next is LF. Here details, and last one is our amount column. In this column, this is our date column. In this column, we mention the date which the invoice number is received. Next is our invoice number. Here it is the bills number which is given by the buyer. And next is particulars. Here we record the supplier's name and description of the goods. Two things are here mentioned. One is supplier's name and next is description of goods. Here, what is description of goods? Description of goods means here we record the quantity of goods, rate of goods, about trade discount, and VAT and other expenses. Clear? Next column is our ledger folio. LF means ledger folio, which is a page number. Next is our details. In this column, we explain or mention the value of quantity. It means how much quantity we purchased and what rate, and detail about trade discount percent and VAT and other expenses. Here simply trade discount is deducted and other VAT and other expenses are added. And last one is our amount column. In this column we mention the net amount of goods that we purchased in credit. Next, we know the posting procedure. Next step is our procedure of recording and posting. Here three things are. First thing is make an entry about date, invoice number, details of suppliers and the description of goods, then details how much quantity we purchased and what rate, and here what is the trade discount, weight and other the expenses. And last column is our amount, net amount of credit purchase goods. First thing. Second thing, simultaneously we make an entry of credit side in the supplier's account. Credit side on the suppliers in the supplier's account. Last is the total amount. The total here the amount shows the net amount of credit purchased goods. Credit purchased goods. This amount is debited in purchase account. It means here the credit side of supplier's account is writing as by purchase. And here the debited in purchase account, the total amount is debited in purchase account by writing as to sundries. Like it is the purchase book. Here we calculate the total net amount of credit purchase goods. Here the two ledgers account. One is suppliers. Here we write by purchase. And next is our purchase account. Here we write to sundries as per purchase book. As per purchase book. This is the procedure of recording in purchase book. Next, we do a problem, but before doing a problem, we know the difference between here two things is arise. One is our purchase book and purchase account. Purchase book and purchase account. So first we discuss the difference between these two. What? Purchase book and purchase account. Let's know. First is our nature. Purchase book, purchase account. It is a subsidiary book. It is a ledger account. It is a ledger account. Next is our what? It records. What? It records. Here it records credit purchase of goods, but in purchase account it records both credit purchase and cash purchase. Next is entry. It is a book of prime entry and it is a part of journal, part of ledger. So which is record or which is book of secondary entry? Clear? Next is our form. It is a statement. It is a statement, but it is a account. It is an account which is in T form. Clear? Next is our content. Here it contains supplier's name and details of goods purchased. Details of goods purchased. But here it contains the periodical total of purchase book and cash purchase. Each cash purchased. Clear? Next is dependency. Next one is our dependency. It can operate independently. But it has to depend on purchase book, because here we need the figure of purchase book. Last one is our balancing. Here no need of balancing. Here total, but here balancing is needed and it transferred to trading account. It transferred to trading account. Clear? See, first one is our nature. Purchase book is a part of subsidiary book, but purchase account is a part of ledger account. Next, we see what items are recorded in purchase book. Already discussed, in purchase book only those items are recorded which we are credit purchase of goods. But here in purchase account, it records both credit purchase and cash purchase. Next is our entry. Already we discussed about in purchase book we record only it is the book of primary entry, and here it is a book of ledger, that is secondary entry. Next one is our form. It is a statement, but it is an account which is in T form. Next is content. In purchase book we detail mentioned about supplier's name and description of goods, but in ledger account it contains the periodical total of purchase book and cash purchase. Both are contains. And dependency, independent. Purchase book is independently maintained or it can operate it independently, but it is depend on purchase book because the total figure of purchase book is needed here. Last one is our balancing. In purchase book there is no need of balancing. Here we total, but in this case in purchase account we need balancing and the amount is transferred the trading account. Next, discuss or doing a problem. Do a problem on purchase book. A practical problems of purchase book. Write down the question. following transaction, prepare a purchase book for the month of February. Again I repeat, prepare from the following transaction, prepare a purchase book for the month of February in the books of DD Textiles, a sari dealer, and post the transaction to the ledger. Both here we also prepared purchase book as well as ledger account. Right, in date column. First is 5 to 15, 2015. Invoice number is 303. Transaction purchased on credit from Bombay Mills, Maharashtra, 150 polyester sarees, 150 polyester sarees at 180 each. At 180 each. Less trade discount 10%. Less trade discount 10%. Next date is 12 to 2015. 12 to 2015 and our invoice number is 304. Transaction, write down the transaction. Purchase in cash from MM Textiles, Bombay, 100 silk sarees at rupees 100 each. 100 silk sarees at rupees 100 each. Next transaction is our 26 to 15 and invoice number is 305. Write the transaction. Purchased on credit from Radha Textiles, Kolkata, 50 kota sarees at 25 each. 50 kota saree and 25 each. And 20% trade discount and 5% cash discount are. Here 20% trade discount and 5% cash discount form. Last transaction is date 28 to 15. Invoice number is 306. Write the transaction. Purchased a computer from Swati Computer House. Purchased a computer from Swati Computer House, Cuttack at rupees 15,000. At rupees 15,000. Let's do the problem. Particulars, LF, detail, amount. First is our date, invoice number, particulars, LF, details, amount. First transaction is date 5 to 15. Invoice number is 303. First transaction is our purchased on credit. Already we have discussed that purchase book is recorded only credit purchase of goods. Here our first question is detail mentioned that purchase on credit. It means this transaction we recorded in purchase book. Right? Bombay Mills, Maharashtra, 150 polyester sarees at 180 each, less trade discount 10%. Here details 150 into 180, it means 27,000. 10% discount is 2700, that is 24,300. The total amount, net amount is 24,300. This net amount is mentioned in amount column. Next is our next transaction, purchased in case from MM Textiles, Bombay. Here case transactions are not recorded. I already said that case transactions are recorded in case book. So next transaction is our not recorded here. Next one is our 26 to 15. Invoice number is our 305. Here purchased on credit from Radha Textiles, Kolkata. Mentioned here that credit, it means these transactions we recorded in purchase book. Write down Radha Textiles, Kolkata, 50 Kota sarees at rupees 250 each, less trade discount. How much trade discount? 20%. 50 into 250, that is 12,500. Here less trade discount 2500, and the net amount is treated in amount column. Next transaction is our 28 to 15. Purchase a computer from Swati Computer. Computer is our assets. So this transaction is not recorded here. It is recorded in journal proper. So we close now. Total amount is 34,300. Here we write as purchase account because this amount is debited in purchase account. Let's do ledger. First is here Bombay Mills, Radha Textiles. Date, particulars, LF, amount, again date, particulars, amount. Here directed write the buy purchase. Buy purchase, how much purchase? 24,300, because this is our amount column. Next ledger is for Radha Textiles. Again do the Radha Textiles account. Same. Write down here buy purchase, the amount is 10,000. Clear? Next is our purchase account. Here I do purchase account. Date, particulars, amount, again date, particulars, amount. In purchase account we write to sundries. To sundries, and this amount is transferred 34,300. But in difference we notice one thing. In purchase account here two things are recorded. One is our total amount of credit purchase of goods and cash purchase of goods. In our question one transaction is given about cash purchase. Write down. Purchased in cash from Textiles, Bombay, 100 silk sarees at 100 each. It means here 2 cash, 10,000. Clear? Thank you. Next class we will discuss our remaining subsidiary book. I hope you will understand. Stay safe. Next class we will meet. See you soon. Thank you so much.